Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Squirt.
Squirt who?
Squirt is P, you dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
Town's #1 rock station, Z159 FM.
Right.
Your only home for the Hot Tub and Mini Fridge Morning Show and Dump 'em Out Fridays.
Ooh, yeah, a hot tub and mini fridge. Keep me cold and hot.
Z159 FM.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. I wish my refund hurry up so I can have a taxitude. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. I'ma be like, let me get 20 on pump 3. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Matter of fact, make it 25, and yes, I would like to donate to the March of Dimes, so ring me up that Coke and candy bar 2 for $2.22 deal where $1 goes to March 2. Oh, and ring these Skittles up for my kid too. And when the cashier tells me to have a nice day, I'm gonna be like, no ma'am, you have a blessed day, sugar. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Pull down my shades like Kim Kardashian, smile like Gabrielle Union. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Flip my bundles like Nicki Minaj and queen out the door like Beyonce. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Goofy face, goofy face, goofy face, heart, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Sassy black girl, sassy black girl, sassy black girl, kiss, kiss, kiss. Hashtag so what, hashtag I ain't shame, hashtag my money, hashtag call me taxitude honey.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast.
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey! It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Who's on the couch, buddy?
Our good friend Rause Paget's here. How you doing, Ross?
Dude, I am a 9 out of 10 right now. I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, I asked him this morning, and I got the answer that, like, when I ask people, I think you're maybe one of 5 people over my lifetime have ever said, well, I'm doing really, he goes, I'm doing great. I'm having a great morning. People don't say that. People love to complain.
Yeah. It's fine, dude.
You're not a complainer, though, I'll tell you that.
I'm not.
No. This guy's
But I'll never say, I'm having an amazing day. I never say that. It's always
You know
fine.
what? I'm going to
No
give you
good,
a compliment.
no bad.
Let me give you a compliment. I'll take it. Even keel? It's fine. I'll take it. It's fine.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, it's better than this sucks, or I hate this, or I hate you, or,
But
I hate these people.
It makes me feel better when someone tells me they are having an amazing day.
Yes.
But it also makes me suspicious.
Yes! You stole it right out of my mouth. I was just going to say.
How could it be that good?
Exactly. The
It
day
can't be
just
that
started.
good.
How the fuck are you having a great day?
But
There's no way. You're not having a great day.
But
Let me
what's the
fix your camera here.
percentage of that? What's the percentage? Is it like 80%? Like, yeah, that makes me feel good. I like that he's having a good time. 20%, what's the secret? Or, like, what are you hiding? What's the percentage?
Yeah, I don't trust.
Because you're giving me both feelings there, so now I want to know what the scale
What is that, like mixed? That's like mixed signals we're giving you.
Well, yeah.
That's like driving with both of your feet. You got your brake on, you're pressing the accelerator. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, first, I'm thinking you're trying to sell me something. It was like, what are you trying?
$19.99.
You're trying to butter me up for some sort of closing that is coming later.
And then I'm like, if it's not that you're selling me something, I'm curious to why you're having such a great day.
I can
And I'm
answer
like,
that.
Yeah, and then you're going to tell me the reasons why, and I'm going to not believe you.
And, you know, it was me leaving my home. First of all, I love coming over here to
thank
the
you.
studio,
We
hanging out
appreciate
with the
that.
good old T&D.
Yeah.
It's always an honor and a treat.
We're okay with you. It's fine. It's fine.
And so, like,
I'm practicing.
I was already in a good mood. That was very funny. I was already in a good mood because of that. And then as I'm leaving my house, I look at my baby and I
Beautiful
hear
baby.
my baby wake up.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, I wanted my wife to keep playing video games. And then I think about, wait, my wife is playing a video game. She's got
Which is kind of hot. Can I say that?
Oh, dude, it's
And
so
hot.
hot.
I mean that with nothing but respect. But like I said this to my wife the other day, she parallel parked like really fast.
Hot.
It was hot.
Hot.
And Andrea playing video games, she'll never do it.
It's got me
But-
saying hot like Link, dude.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah,
right.
girls playing video games is hot.
It's too hot.
Now I'm mad because I've never seen my wife do anything that I like to do. Not once.
That's true. She was here yesterday, and I love her. But she was the whole time she was here talking about the things that you do that she hates.
It's everything.
And it is everything. I can confirm. I can confirm that too.
I've never walked by my wife and said to myself, "I want to be doing that." It's never happened.
And what put me over the edge of like, man, I'm in a good mood to like, you know what? I'm going to be vocal about it. If someone asks me how my day is, I'm going to say I'm having a great day. What put it over the edge is because I saw this huge barrel of peanut butter stuffed pretzels right next to my wife.
Snacking and gaming? That's
she's
hot too.
Snacking. Gaming.
Yeah,
I hear my
yeah.
baby wake up. I pick up my baby out of the crib.
I'm surprised you didn't call us and say I can't come in.
Oh yeah, and I go, babe, I gotta go, and then I drop
I think
off
you ruined her time. Yeah, now we're back.
But just dropping off the baby to a gamer wife, and then I see the peanut butter pretzels, and I'm like, man, I'm proud of I felt proud of myself. I'm like, this is so sick.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that this is my reality.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What
Not
game
bad at
was
all.
she
Yeah,
playing?
what is she playing?
She's playing a girl called a game called Pallia. She's about a weekend.
Pallia.
Yeah, it's called Pallia, and that's the name of, I believe, of like the land where you build a home. It's like a simulator. She likes farming.
She likes
those
are huge. My
Yeah,
wife has
yeah.
one of them. My wife is playing a farming simulator as well.
Yeah, a lot
she
of
is.
Animal Crossing
One
vibes.
of the biggest fights we ever got into, and I'm not even sure I told this story on the show, and it because I just reminded me of it, and there's been enough time where the shame that I have for this is gone away. But we were arguing, my wife and I, and in the argument, I thought it would be a good idea because I was so mad at her, and I'm so immature and an alcoholic that I felt like it would be a good idea to go into her phone, and I know her password.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing right
And
now.
I opened up her phone, and then I went to her Smurf Village because she was playing Smurf.
You did
And
not.
I deleted her fucking
Oh,
village.
wow.
Yeah. Have I ever-
That's something a monster
That
does.
is something a monster does.
Yeah,
I'm not proud of that, but I feel like
I mean-
I'm skin in the game here, right?
Yo,
You know
why'd you
something
do
on me
that?
now.
First of all,
It
yeah,
makes me
yeah.
a horrible fucking person. It does. It does. Look, you
That
get
is,
you get the surface horrible.
That's
Everybody's like,
crazy.
oh, he's just aloof, and but he's not a horrible person.
Well,
Like,
that's-
I am legitimately a bad person.
That's smoking gun evidence. Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I still like it. It
she
dawned
liked
on
it?
me. It dawned on me, and she had put like I want to say we might have to call her. I want to say she'd put like over a year of time into it, and I did the thing where I deleted the village, and then it asks you. It's like, well, you've been working on this village for over a year. Are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, sure. Delete.
Wow.
Monster. Real monster. Real monster.
That's something.
Sure.
Yeah. The chat room is they're just roasting me. Yeah, I'm horrible. There's no-
all right.
I wouldn't have said that.
I have no
Yeah.
defense.
Let
I
me
have
throw
no
this
defense
out
of
here.
deleting my wife's Smurf Village.
To the chat, I would say, this is amazing. This is awesome. This is hard to do. I appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you for that.
Because
I'm
that's
a
not,
hero, see?
You're
See?
my
You see that?
hero.
I'm a hero.
That it's two ways to look at it. Yeah, you could look at him as a monster, but you can also look at him and go like, "That's a lot of transparency," and I appreciate that. That's got to be. That's
I
gotta
delete my wife's video game
It's
too.
a Smurf Village.
If my girl or my partner.
Everybody, not one person has said like, who cares?
No,
Everybody's
because
like, you are the worst person. Well, I'm the worst person on the show, and I'm taking my crown today.
I'll tell
I'm
you,
taking my crown.
When you have that connection to that simulation farm or village, it's a different type of connection to that video game. You get real like. I wonder what Lucas is doing
People are saying
today.
I should have been killed in my sleep. People are saying,
hold on, was she addicted
it's
to
a
it?
goddamn Smurf Village, guys.
But
she was addicted to it, which is that plays into
okay, so
it.
it's like throwing away our heroin.
Thank you. It's like defending a monster. This guy's so good. That's why I love him.
Yeah,
that's my
ruining
ride
our
or
life.
die motherfucker.
That's my guy right there.
That's my motherfucker right
It was ruining her life. She couldn't do all the things for Daniel anymore.
Yeah, exactly. This guy knows.
So you had to delete.
Yeah, you can't give me a Gatorade if you're on your Smurf Village.
If someone would have deleted my Simpsons village, my Simpsons game, and they deleted my my Springfield that I made. Yeah, man, that would have. my first response would be, well, why did you do that?
This is pulling up such hot feelings in the chat room. I don't know if we've ever talked about something that has made people this heated. Neo Del Rio says, my brother's wife said he had to stop playing the game Destiny or she would divorce him. They are now divorced. Hell, he chose Destiny. It's a good game.
The fact that the game is called Destiny
it's
2.
He
chose Destiny.
I gotta put your camera on when you say that.
He chose Destiny.
He did. He did.
Well, my question
Some would say his destiny was in his hands all along.
He chose
Right?
and then he chose Destiny 2.
Yeah. Which is still a great game, too.
Were you playing it
better.
a reasonable amount of time? Like, was it affecting your life? Like, alcohol, another drink, you know what I'm saying? There's addiction.
Let me see if she can call the show.
Were they trying to say like, hey, this is an addiction and you gotta, cut it back or we're gonna get a divorce? Like, that's reasonable. If he just wants to take away, if you just want to delete your Smurf Village for no reason.
No, it wasn't for no reason. It was that we were fighting. We were having an argument.
Oh, over spite.
And it was, and I would say an emotionally immature person, in order to trick themselves into feeling like they've won the argument, would delete a woman's Smurf Village. Yes, I will stand on. I'll die on that hill. Yes, an emotionally immature person will do things like that in order to, because the pain I'm feeling at the moment, I want you to feel the same pain.
Well, I mean,
your wife delivered a Switch 2 to you on a random Wednesday.
She did. We have a weird relationship. Right? I don't know why. I don't know why she likes me and my Smurf deleting ways.
Although
I don't know why she likes that. SJ, you love SJ. He helped engineer our cameras that are glitching again today because of the stupid Google outage yesterday. But he said if he deleted his wife's farm, that she would probably either murder him or cut his dick off.
Dude, if you were to delete an Animal Crossing, like 3,000 to 5,000 hour save file.
I have one of those. I have one of those.
Yeah, man. How hard would that be if someone just yanked it on you?
Oh, is that my wife?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. We'll put her on. Hey, babe.
Hi.
So the topic came up. We were just talking about it, and I don't think I ever told this story on the show.
No.
And
I would have told you don't tell me.
And Tom said he would have said never say that. This is the worst thing that's ever been said on the show. It's almost like this is this is terrible. And I felt like it had been long enough where I could tell the story about how we were fighting, we were having an argument. And an emotionally immature person, when maybe they're losing an argument and they're upset, will do things like deleting their wife's Smurf Village. This is probably 10 years ago. But
because you were bullying me.
I mean, that's really only.
That's a bully ass move, dude. Deleting a video game file.
She's right.
Did he hold you down and spit a loogie and suck it back out?
No, I held her down. I used her fingers to delete it.
I think he was jealous that my Smurf Village was better than his, and he gave his up, but mine was still thriving, and he.
Okay, that is part of the tale.
That is
part of the tale.
It's not part.
Okay, it is part of the tale that we both had Smurf Villages at one time.
I'm looking at the game right now, and it looks so whimsical.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's a good game, but I grew tired of it. And you know what I really did to make myself the worst person? I waited until it was Christmas time in the Smurf Village, and they had put up all their decorations.
God
and that's
damn.
when I deleted the village. As soon as Papa Smurf Smurf would put up all the Christmas decorations.
Wait,
in the village.
I just want.
How are you still so nice to Daniel?
I don't know either. That's a great question. You know what? Hold on. I'm supposed to put the camera on you. That's a great question. It's an excellent question.
Are you giving him a little coolant every morning? Is that, I don't know. Is that why his beard turned gray so fast?
I deleted it, right? Didn't I delete the whole thing?
You deleted it, or you bullied me into deleting it. You basically were like, what are you doing here? And then it was gone. And you know what? I was a little freer after it, though, because I felt like I had to, maintain it and, do it every day.
Those Christmas decorations Papa Smurf puts up, they don't clean themselves. You got to get out there with a digital broom and knock the snow off of them. That way Gargamel can find the village.
Yeah.
It goes back to Tom saying, what are you doing? I mean, it was a mindless thing to get away from
me.
At the time, Z was probably a baby, Daniel was probably a baby, and so those kind of things.
Yeah, EJ says you have Stockholm syndrome. You've fallen in love with your oppressive kidnapper. I think there's an element. There is an element that she is being held against her will. And you know what's most impressive is how small I am doing this. I think that's most impressive. I'm little. I'm a lot littler than you guys let on. I'm a little
I think
guy.
Andrea could beat you up.
100%. She's very strong.
But when she realizes that,
mentally, whatever.
You also had a village?
Yeah. And then I abandoned my village, but then she was spending time in her village when we should have been making love, and I think that's why I wanted to. I was like, I gotta get this village out of here so I can fuck. I haven't been fucked in. I'm so horny. I'm a very horny man. It takes a village. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I love you too. Okay, she's gotta go. All right, she's tired.
My God.
That's a big.
To be slapped in the face sometimes.
I feel like that's a big reveal. I feel like that was a big reveal.
I appreciate that.
Man, that's probably shouldn't have shared that. But.
So it's Father's Day this Sunday, and it's Ross's first Father's Day.
And it feels weird. It's foreign. You don't get many new holidays in life.
Yeah,
and
you're
now here I am with a new holiday. It's Sunday?
Yes, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Father's Day, now with your baby so young, it's you don't really get the benefits until they get older, and then they can get they're like, oh, happy Father's Day, and they give you a card that your wife forced them to buy and sign because they forgot, and then you're like, oh, thank you, and then you get some sort of present that again your wife bought for your son.
You'll get some handwritten things,
Yeah. They'll give you a half-ass.
If they go to any camps, you'll get some sort of like a walnut shell.
I'm trying to get
filled with some sort of garbage with glitter on it.
If this is the 80s, you'd get an ashtray.
I love all the macaroni necklaces. I love hand turkeys.
Yes, I love a hand turkey.
I love a good hand turkey. I look forward to getting a hand turkey. I'll be pissed.
That's why I got rid of the Smurf Village. I wouldn't get any hand turkeys, man.
I will send an email if my first grade, in elementary, it was like, there's no hand turkeys?
Yeah.
I want hand turkeys.
I always wondered why. We have a listener friend of the show who has crab hands.
Why would you bring them up?
And I'm just wondering,
very nice.
During Thanksgiving, or what does he do? Is he just
what do you mean?
Is he like, my turkey's different? Because you trace.
You use a
friend,
a stunt hand.
Yeah. Are you allowed?
Or you have a claw turkey.
It's a claw turkey. It's a turkey from a different profile.
Yeah. So turkey straight on.
A turkey straight on. Oh, that does work.
So this works with Mother's Day as well. But when the kids mass make something in school that the teacher made the whole class make, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get that as a gift, it is a little bit less because you're like, well, this was manufactured in class with everybody else as a project as part of school.
Yeah, I don't even know what the teachers made.
You know what I'm saying? And then you didn't come up with this idea and then oh, I know what my old man would like. Personalized drawing. And then this is
because most kids have no idea. They need they need a little kick.
Well, to be honest with you, in my kid's defense here in this hypothetical, I don't even have an idea. I don't know what to do. What do I do? Eat steak, smoke cigars, rub one out? I don't have no idea.
All three of those are that's
same time.
To me, that's a Monday. Like I've been doing that no matter what.
I will also say that, and I fell into this trap, and I'll give you some Father's Day advice, Ross.
He's a good he's an excellent dad.
Dan won't have the problem. because he's his wife's ride or die, no matter how bad he treats her. That's what I learned today.
I'm virtually certain that deleting a woman's Smurf Village is right above, slapping her across the face like you're Sean Connery.
Listen, sometimes you get a benevolent king, sometimes you get the mad king. It depends on when you were born.
I would prefer to be called Joffrey, sir. Get the crossbow.
Anyway, so Father's Day. Now, don't fall into the trap like I did, where I told my family, listen, every Father's Day, I just want to spend time with my family, right? Because that's, it is true. I do like spending time with my family, but I also
if it were true, you wouldn't have to say that.
Well, I
don't know. Who are you trying to convince?
Here's the thing. But I also spend a lot of time with my family. In fact, every weekend of my life, basically.
Yeah.
There's no weekends that I miss.
And I don't have that, really.
And
I complain about it a lot because my daughter dances a lot.
So, for this Father's Day, I was like, because if it is truly Father's Day, a day to celebrate the dad in the family, it should be whatever he wants to do, right?
I want to do bad things on a golf course with the boys.
Well, that's what it was in my house. Like, my dad would get to pick. It was Father's Day.
Yeah.
So dad gets to pick what he wants to do.
Yeah, whatever. And then, the wife put it together. The kids understand, this is Father's Day. Like, let's make him breakfast.
Yep.
Let's,
do that.
Let's fill up his flask. Whatever.
Well, I get him a bottle of whiskey, or Mama get him some Jack Daniels. And then later that night, we go to Down the Hatch Seafood Restaurant so he could get fried flounder, French fries, and a salad with French dressing, and 2 bourbon and Cokes tall. Tall.
Let's let him go play golf all day.
Yeah, he would do that sometimes.
Let's let him get shit-faced at the bar.
Yeah, my dad liked to ride his road bike, so he'd ride from DeLand to Umatilla and back, and we'd leave him alone.
I would say Father's Day, just make sure I don't drive. Right, that's my rule.
Yeah, get him some Uber somewhere. Now that you mentioned it, a lot of dads out there, we hold ourselves back on how drunk we actually want to get for the most part.
Yeah, I want to barf.
I know I do.
Because of our family.
Yeah. Every time I drink, I want to barf.
We don't want a Hasselhoff burger situation. But you should be able to get that every Father's Day.
When is the last time you revisited Hasselhoff burger video? It still holds up. Go watch that tonight. Still holds up.
What? How are you
timeless?
You're
pretty good.
Like your daughter's filming you. You gotta be shamed. Even though you're blacked out, you have to be like, oh God, I can't let them see this.
I'll give you one other one that holds up. She killed the lady in the Rust movie. What's his name? Alec Baldwin. Yeah, when he calls his daughter a little pig on the voicemail, that holds up too.
That's
Go listen
good.
to that. Go listen to that.
That
one still holds up.
That one never bothered me.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know.
You
His
little
daughter,
pig. I'm like, get her.
His daughter, he can do whatever the
He could have called her a cunt.
What did she do?
She was being selfish, and he was like, "You're being a selfish little pig, like a little piggy."
Like a little piggy.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, what is the advice though? Do I do whatever I want, or do I go family?
No,
what do you want to do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, you got to start now.
I want to smoke funny things on hole 6.
All right.
You got to tell your wife, like, it's my day. I want to do what I want to do. Golf, or set it up because I screwed it up, and I was like, family time, and then now
you can't say that now.
And then I even mentioned.
She'll laugh in your face if you say that now.
Because
it's too far gone. Well, you got 10 of these under your belt.
I even dropped that. I was like, I want to go buy some plants, plant some plants in the backyard.
So you're trying to take your wish back.
And then she was like, "What? I thought I was like, I already planned family time." I'm like,
I thought you love family time.
I don't do all that.
I hate plants.
I just thought maybe it's because it's my day, and then I could plant plants.
So how are you gonna get out of it? Do you know what they're planting?
No, their families are going to be like every other Saturday or whatever the hell Sunday.
I love the spectrum of partner difference that you're deleting Smurf Villages and he doesn't get what he wants on Father's Day.
Well, he's living in his own Smurf Village. It's like he's trapped inside of it.
The worst thing I've ever done to Crystal was cheated on her in her dreams. That's what she'll tell you.
Which for the record, worse than deleting a Smurf Village, I'll tell you that.
And
it's different. It's on a spiritual level. I agree.
He pulled her pants down in Home Depot one time too.
Paid dearly. All the time. Okay, so yesterday, I went to my niece Becca's band recital. Right, she's in middle school. She's in 7th grade.
Yeah,
and
she plays trombone.
Was it whack?
Trombone?
No, she does. I thought she played
Euphorium.
Euphorium. Yeah.
And she started trombone, so she plays both of them.
Damn.
And she's actually really good.
Good job, Becca.
She got the opportunity to play in like some state level
above.
Is that where they got the superior?
Yeah. She did
She's
so well.
really talented. Yeah, well done.
Euphorium.
I was a band guy. I got to always shout out the band people.
And shout out to the rating scale for bands for using the word superior.
Yeah. It does sound cool,
It's
right?
so cool. When you said superior, I immediately thought like, yeah, that's how they scale stuff.
Yeah, when you get that though, you are freaking pumped, man.
And it's
when your band director tells you got a superior, it's awesome.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was in middle school band, and so was Crystal. We're both in band, and then
you need to get your boys in there, man.
No, I asked them.
It's in the
they want to
blood.
go. Yeah. But I'd rather them go to the sports room.
Let them flute. But what if they're good at band?
Make them trumpet.
Yeah. Well, they got the band gene.
Band rhymes with band.
What's the instrument that you would be most bummed out about, though, if the boys went to the band?
Fat sideline xylophone person.
Xylophone, right?
Xylophone is cool.
We all see that. No, you all see
I-
the video of the fat guy playing the xylophone on the sidelines, and you're just like, oh my god, he looks like angry nerd gamer.
You can never hear it, and it's like, man, I always felt bad for the xylophone person.
Me too.
It's the flute, you know. I want to play the flute.
One time at band camp.
Yeah.
Or the oboe. That's what Crystal
I
played.
started, never in band, but the first, and this is so embarrassing. Like, people think, like, what is the most embarrassing instrument a boy can learn to play first? People shout at flute. Well, I did that, but before flute, I learned accordion.
Yeah.
I played accordion.
That's cool,
And then I went
It's
accordion
cool
to flute.
now. Yeah, it's cool now.
It was not cool. I went accordion to flute. Then I went from flute to drums. And then I stayed with drums. Yeah.
What a journey. I'm happy that you got to the cool thing.
I know. I am too. Oh, trust me. I
Yeah.
still had my flute a couple of years ago.
So a couple things I noticed. One is I somehow in my mind and was expecting because there was the beginning band and all the different bands all in the gymnasium and where all the parents were in the stands. And so
there's
they had
all different levels of bands.
Yeah.
too.
So they have
jazz
to,
band and symphonic band.
Yeah, and then beginner, and they had to do them all different. So the other kids had to sit and wait. The whole thing was like an hour and 10 minutes, and so a lot of the kids
They'd
sat
be good if they got an hour and 10 minutes.
Sat there for 20 minutes doing nothing, and I fully expected. I'm like, oh, these kids are going to be on their phones, right? Because every kid has a phone, And I'm sure they've banned it for the band teachers or whatever, and no one's on their phone. Everybody's just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, okay.
We banned phones in band. See what we did there?
Well,
All
yeah,
right,
they don't
now
want
take it
them.
from the top.
And then I also the actually, and my band teacher was like this too. Like they actually are super passionate about teaching kids instruments.
Yeah,
which is
I don't even believe in God, but God bless them.
yeah.
For having real theater people are like that too. A lot of your artists, they are, and they don't care what people think of them, and they'll be up there screaming, and they're so pumped for these kids.
Yeah, and supportive,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, if you didn't have these humans,
Special
these
humans.
adult humans that were actually cared, because it's not like you would imagine, like you're like, oh, I phoned it in or whatever. It's like they're really passionate
into it.
about
It's
it.
like you're breakdancing people. It's like they're doing this. They're just doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? You ask them, why are you doing this? Because I love it.
My brother's most influential, most impactful person that he ever had, probably in all of high school, maybe his life, was his band director. And he was so influential in Southwest Florida. I still have Mr. Maxwell. He was just a phenomenal, just what a pioneer in the community. Yeah, that's a really cool gig. And if
I
you
still
do
talk
it
to
right,
mine too.
yeah, if you do it right, you are someone to a lot of people for the rest of your life.
That's pretty impressive.
You do carve out a space. Like my band director from DeLand High, I'll shout him out because he still will message me on Facebook. He'll do I have a baby. I have Maisie, and then my band director, Birch Browning, shout out to that guy, trombonist as well, went on to go to Florida State. Now he's a band director at a college.
That's the big gig right there.
He has his own symphonic department that he's head of, I believe now. But that guy, he was very it's cool that I still talk to him.
And what was your band director director's name?
I don't remember.
No, we had something going there.
We were doing.
We had feeling there.
Something up.
You gotta understand, I am not influenced by
Larry
most people.
Luxman.
There's no one that's I'm not impressed.
David
by
Draymond.
anything. Yeah.
I think that's the lead singer of Disturbed.
No one made an impression on me. No one, as a kid, I was just like, nah, whatever.
I love that. I'm that now.
But it's something that a lot of teachers don't talk about it as much. That the fact that they have an opportunity to make an impression on someone's life, that human being will remember you their whole life.
Yeah.
Which in normal day, if you're not a teacher or someone that in that role, you're gonna go. You're not gonna make an impression on anybody.
No,
right? You're gonna do your job, and then you go home. There's not gonna be someone that you actually made a difference in their life, or like changed their trajectory, or made them taught them something valuable. That you know what I'm saying? So that is a benefit in being a teacher that we often don't discuss.
And
is a pretty
it's a hard concept though for some people to even wrap their brain around, right? Like, so you like to do this just because you see these kids executing things, and that gives you a feeling that's enough of a payment
to
continue doing this.
Imagine being make it dark real fast, but imagine being a great teacher and you're on your deathbed. Like, that's got to feel like, I had a good time. You know, like I am in so many people's mental Rolodexes.
Yeah. Their whole lives.
You spent 50 years teaching teenagers. And
counterpoint, I could be just as memorable if I deleted everyone's Smurf Village. If I just went around wildly deleting them.
And another thing, I always quote this man, and Jack Bradshaw kind of ruined a lot of simple magic.
He ruins a lot of things.
He ruined a lot of life magic.
He ruined us saying shit on the radio.
Yeah, we had this whole plan where we were going to say shit on the radio and get it sponsored by Mo DeWitt.
And
we were going to call it shit sponsored by DeWitt.
I already had the back.
It's shit brought to you by DeWitt.
And but we were talking on a break one time, and then he let me know that we were talking about formative years, and I never really understood the concept of formative years. And your formative years are like 13 to 20 or like 15 to 20. That's why, so many movies are based in high school. High school is such a huge thing. You go back to the music that you listened to in high school, and it's not anything that you might not even like that music more or less, but it caught you at a special time in your life, and those formative years can leave such a forever impression on you. Advertising companies know that. That's why you advertise towards the youth. Then you have a longer consumer for a longer time. Those are really, really special years. And to be a leadership, be in a leadership role as a teacher or a principal, if you dunk on that job, and you take that's got to be a great life.
The chat room weighing in on the more negative aspect of that can be, and sometimes that impression can be bad.
Yes,
I had a teacher that made every student feel like an idiot for asking a question in class. I know that affected and stuck with a lot of kids.
Hold on, was it a dumb question? How dumb was it? Because I can tell you.
Do I write my name where it says name? Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit!
Yeah, it wasn't like how many elements in the periodic table? Like, that's excusable. But yeah, you're right. You're like, where's my book bag? I don't know. There's some stupid questions. Speaking of kids.
Do I turn this into you? Shut the yes! Am I the only teacher here, you fucking idiot?
Is it like
God damn!
Can I use my foot for the hand turkey? No!
That's the dumbest one.
You
oh my God. I'm calling your parents.
Sometimes you need to be told you're dumb.
And Robert, that was Robert's question. He said touche. We love you, Robert. We love you.
I'm sure they were smart questions, Robert.
So, and then
he said his friends, not him. His questions were fine.
So my niece Becca now is taller than I am, and
I've seen her. Yeah. Well, dude, she got me 2 years ago. We're at fireworks, and she goes walking up like, oh my God!
You're fifth grade.
She's in fifth grade. She got a bra on. She's like a foot taller than me. Like, what the hell is happening right now?
So you had a fifth grade girl taller than you.
They all are. They all are. They'll delete my Smurf Village. So I don't play. So I don't play anymore.
And then I flash back into like dragging Becca around on a towel around my house as a game we used to play, like where just basically drag her around. She's holding onto a towel.
He's the king of dumb dad games. You should see this guy in a pool.
Yeah, but
all right.
No one will ever beat him in a pool.
Put
with
him on a
kids.
towel. Are they sitting or are they on
It
their
doesn't
back?
matter. He can think of any game with any baby. He's the king of dumb baby games.
So, which is weird, by the way.
It is weird, but you
I
love it because you love it.
Yeah.
It's because it's true joy. It's like one of the only times I can see him do something pure joy.
But I contend that if you do not have a child in your life, right, at all, then you are lucky because you do not get slapped in the face by the reality of time passing like it is when you do have a child in your life.
Oh,
and
the
then you
harsh
watch
reality
them,
of it flying.
Yeah, no, if you watch them go from 2 foot tall to taller than you.
Yeah.
And with seemingly a very short amount of time, where it's like, whoa, wow. And because if you don't have that visual, then all of a sudden that same 13 years will pass and nothing much will change. Your hair gets a little grayer. Right, but you still have the same. You don't see the trees
it's a different
grow.
marker.
Everything's slower. You know what I'm saying? You do get aged a little bit, but you look at yourself so often that it's like. But when you have,
you know what it reminds me of?
A kid in your life, and it doesn't so much happen with your own kids as much as a kid you don't see every single day.
It happens with me sometimes with your boys. Like Tommy came in here the other day, and I didn't even recognize him.
Maisie too.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh, the young woman.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know what it reminds me of is like watch. You know when we went to the Science Center and we were using their telescope. And we had it lined up on, I forget what planet we were looking at.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're looking at the planet here, and, like, imagine, me just looking at a star, the star doesn't appear to move. But we had to keep resetting the telescope because with the power of that telescope,
Earth's rotation is moving.
It's just going to get out of focus. It's just a different time marker, and you're correct. You are absolutely correct.
It's like a heat check. It's like, oh, all right, let's see how old I am this time.
Yeah. Then you're like, oh, this human's grown.
Yeah. What grade is she? Was she 5th grade?
7th.
7th.
Yeah.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
yeah. It's and she'll be in high school.
Christ.
Anyway, let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
When we come back, we got tons of emails. I want to talk to Ross about any upcoming plans you got. You got a while before you get into the mode of school, summertime. Like that's a whole different animal.
Ball game.
As a
planning
parent
for that is weird too.
Having a baby is just like it's.
I enjoyed it.
I had so far at the first 4 months can lick my ass.
Yeah,
the last 5 months I love it. Can hug my ass.
Our first 3 was ass licking as well.
Yeah. I did not like that was just the hardest. Like the first 2 weeks. Yo, why is Venom leaving my son's ass right now? Like, what is that?
Yeah, that is.
That's what. There's no rules.
We'll take a quick break. The name of the band is Prop House. The name of the song is Jeff Buckley. I think these guys remind me of Fugazi a little bit. Like. It's just like 2 singers, I believe. It's good. I like it. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN or show@tomanddan.com for your email messages.
Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect our name.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
You crack-ass motherfuckers.
Take it to the face till you like it. You're fading in and out again. You wanna wait till you find it, but you never take it on the chin. A little uptight, a little low side, a little hog tied in the air. So do it eyes wide, you do it in spite, you do it ride or die till the end. Take it all the way. We found a way to grit and bury it, but there's a den of thieves still staring in. We'll play with grief, let it settle in. Put it all on my back, I'll carry it. Take it all away, yeah, 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 yeah. Take it all away, yeah, 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 yeah. And while you're walking down the ledge, flirting with the edge, take it all away, yeah, 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 yeah. Take it all away. Take it all
Welcome back to a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
On the couch with us, comedian, and I want to call you a writer.
Right? Yeah. No.
I say writer, and
I feel like I've earned that after
and-
this last year. Dude.
yeah, and performer and radio personality, Mr. Rause Paget.
Freestyle rapper.
Yeah.
Pop
We forget about
locker.
that. We forget that he can break
Yeah,
dance and rap.
that's right.
Can't
yeah.
stop, won't stop.
Oh,
Rockefeller Records.
You're a b-boy?
Yeah, no.
No.
Did you know his
I
son is a
can't.
b-boy?
I can't break dance, but I just always like to bring up that I do have rhythm, and I've been known to cut a rug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do some top rock.
Yeah. See, this guy, his son.
This guy just dropped lingo
No, but his
right
son
there.
is a b-boy for real.
I have seen some
Yeah.
clips, and it is awesome.
Yeah, and he's all into it. He's got a name now and everything. You need a name.
Well, I have to earn your name, sir.
Well, then why don't you try to earn your name?
You can't just give yourself the name. That's like radio.
Wait, you gave yourself the name Drunken in the Mayor. You did that. You
It feels
wrote that
guttural.
rule.
It feels guttural right now. Just trust me on this plank that I'm about to walk. T-morrow.
Oh,
I don't know. It just felt right.
T-morrow.
T-morrow.
I like that one. What if you're, I'm Fawn.
No.
That's your name, Fawn.
So I forgot what we were going to talk about now.
Vacations?
Before that, did you see Antonio Brown is warrant out for his arrest for attempted murder?
Attempted murder.
That just came out today, and I was like, man,
get the
this
details on
guy
that.
has unraveled. And then I'm like, with mental illness, and I've seen it happen, and we talked about it before, where like people do get worse as they get older, but it does seem like he spent the first part of his career with like out any of this.
Oh,
and
it
then,
was the shooting thing he did at the celebrity boxing event, where he showed up at the. This is like a couple weeks ago or a week ago. He showed up at some celebrity boxing event. No, it was in May. Sorry, well, which could have been a couple weeks ago. But he showed up to it, and then he got like in a fight and pulled out a gun and like fired it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No,
AB.
you can't. You can't do that.
Is this what?
Attempted murder with a firearm and calls for Brown to pay $10,000 bond and remain under house arrest pending trial.
So and obviously they're progressively crazier and crazier. And now this, which is
It was in Miami in Little Haiti.
could be, a life ruiner, obviously.
Yeah.
Like you get convicted of attempted murder, like you're spending time in jail, and that's, you're going to waste a fortune in legal fees. And, it's
So
like,
here's what happened. According to the warrant, officers responded to a report of gunshots being fired outside of the venue shortly before midnight on May 16th. When they arrived, an off-duty officer working security at the event said he left the venue after being told of the sound of gunfire, according to the warrant, and he then observed Brown involved in a physical altercation with another man. Patrons in the parking lot told officers that Brown was the shooter, according to the warrant, which also states that Brown had no weapon on him when officers patted him down.
it's just
He said, now he claims he had been jumped of people trying to steal his jewelry. So, I mean, I'm going to guess that, yes, he did have a gun. Yes, he did fire it. Then he tossed it in the bushes. They'll find it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just like, God.
And he won't go to jail, right?
Have you ever tossed anything in the bushes for the cops?
Yes. Not for the cops. I have.
But you have bush tossed.
It goes back to deleting more media. Ed Till, I deleted the tapes of, there were different times in broadcasting where I'd pull the DAT tapes out and just literally pull the tapes out and ruin them. Because we had cursed or we'd done something bad, or the Surge. Remember when Surge Surge is a drink that was a competitor of Mountain Dew.
Oh, I remember Surge.
And the first thing that Ed Till said on the air is he called it gonorrhea green or all this kind of stuff, and it was like a big Coca-Cola buy. So we were going to lose the account, and then they asked for the tapes, and Ed told me to destroy the tapes. So I destroyed the tapes. I think I destroyed the tapes twice in my broadcasting career. Where they ask you to burn the boats, you burn the boats.
I threw weed behind an ice machine once.
Whoa! That's like a senator's son.
Dude, it was scary. It was scary.
Was it scary?
Yeah, and I was like 20.
Whoa!
In what scenario?
I pulled up to a gas station with two guys who are over 21. We were buying beer. And we pulled up. It was a quick thing, so we pulled up next to the door. My friend left the door open. I'm just chilling in the back seat. I'm like, I kind of want to go get some Twizzlers or whatever.
Well, of course, you're high.
I'm stoned.
Yeah.
I get into the gas station. I buy my Twizzlers. I walk out, and my friends are stopped by the cops, and I have weed in my pocket. And I quickly was like, oh, I had to pretend
you freaked out.
I was like, do I know him or not? And then I did know him, I had to do that. And then while they were talking stuff, I just threw weed behind the ice machine.
Did you go back and get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a half eight.
I love when you go back
a lot,
and you find the stuff. I think my friend told me a story about throwing weed out of the car on the turnpike. And then he literally
went back and got it.
Went back the next day and then was like walking down the median of the grass and found it.
That's awesome.
Craziest thing I have ever lost and found. Golf course, Rio Pinar, hole 15 is a par 5, Tom. And I lost my vape on hole 15 Rio Pinar next month. Hit the same golf shot in or around the month when I played it. Found my vape.
What?
A month later?
Oh my God, are you a fucking wizard?
On
How
hole
did you make
15,
that happen?
dude, I hit the same golf shot like in the same area.
Which makes sense because a lot of our listeners may not know this, but this guy's a fucking amazing golfer.
That's
Literally really good golfer.
That's the story of Florida vagabonds.
I threw it away.
Careful.
It was like rained on and it was all like, it was all dirty.
Vagarelli van.
Yeah. But that was one of those things where it's like, man,
That's wild.
I need to go buy a lottery ticket. That felt good.
You know what that reminds me of is like there's plenty of fishermen that are like, I lost my pole here. And then like 2 years later, I was fishing, caught my pole. And I'm like, well, that didn't happen. I guess it happens. I think that stuff happens a lot. Because I don't think I think we think that like everything happening is like awesome. Like no, it's just like it's all random, and then nothing special.
And you were in the same place.
Yeah.
At the,
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
and like
if a scientist were there, he's like, well, the likelihood you're in the same canoe in the same area, and there's no other fishing poles in there.
I was just proud of myself because I never find shit that I lose, man. Like I'm so bad at it. I lose things all the time. I don't know where things are. In your marriages, is the wifey's better at finding stuff?
No, yeah.
Yeah, not if I get
stereotype.
high. If I get high, I have like this thing, and you guys tell me if you do this, but Andrea swears on it too. She's seen enough of it. It's almost like my anxiety can cloud my brain so much where if I can relax, I can actually tap into it and remember things. So if I'll be sitting on the couch and I'll toot, and I'll just sit there for a second, and I'll be like, I know where I left the scissors. I know exactly where they are. Go up to the 4th floor, open this drawer in the 4th floor bathroom. Boom, they're sitting right there, right where I left them.
Yeah,
it's like I'm able to like slow it down.
Rip a pen until you beautiful mind out.
But I also think there's a part of me that's bullshit. That I could probably do that without having to access it through like tooting a marijuana pen. You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about though. When you're just, and I don't even know if you need to be stoned or you're just relaxing. And all of a sudden, that one thing that you forgot about just pops up. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's right, taxes. Or whatever. Taxes is a very dramatic example.
Or if I'm high, I notice that I can do things like I'll be high and I'll be watching a show and there'll be an actor and it'll be somebody like I'll be like, oh, that's Burgess Meredith. Like I'll just like rocket off the name and I'm like, why does it seem like, am I just feeling that or is that an actual thing that's happening? Because it could just be a feeling.
Well, there is a psychedelic effect that does help your you think in different ways. Like all that
does
make sense.
That's what we've been fed for years, right? Is the artist. They toot the marijuana and it makes me see the world differently, man.
The one thing that it does, at least for me, when it comes to like making stuff, is that it's kind of like a work hard, play hard for me. That like when I do hit a pen, I feel like I am playing hard.
Yeah.
And so, okay, I need to go do laundry. And if I'm going to have to do laundry, well, like, I like being stoned while doing it.
Oh, yeah, that's called getting your head right.
Yeah,
I've learned
that's
that
a
through
construction technique, yeah.
the many construction friends.
And repo.
Or anybody.
They run hand in hand.
Yeah.
Any blue-collar position that they don't drug test as much.
Street jobs, tough guys.
You're about to do some hard work. You're like, well, might as well do this high. Same thing when I'm sick. Anytime I'm sick, I immediately get high because I'm like, well, I feel like shit, so I might as well be high.
What I'm afraid of is that, like, it's weird is that I don't know. I need the beginning, the beginning inertia to want to do the laundry.
Yes,
and then somehow they got connected. That getting stoned makes me want to do the laundry.
That's the treat.
Because, that's the work hard, play hard thing in my mind. Of like, and when I was really young, and because I've been smoking weed now for
long time,
16 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
every day.
Pretty much. Some breaks on purpose as well, just to be like, let me actually get stoned again. kind of thing.
Right,
I'm an all gas kind of
guy. But when I was young,
at this point, I'm 1,000 milligrams a day. No,
everyone knows the stereotype of the lazy stoner, and I was just so afraid of being just that statistic.
Sure.
Fulfilling that stereotype. So I do weed actually kind of motivates me to not fulfill that stereotype in a weird way. Do I need it to implement discipline and willpower? I do not think so. I'm just saying that beginning inertia of just like time to go run or time to go edit. If I'm going to hit this pen,
it helps.
I got to go do one of those things.
All these ultra marathon guys and ultra athletes that do crazy runs or triathlons or whatever, a lot of them like weed.
Yeah.
It's just like going back to, if you're going to do something hard, might as well be high. That helps. A lot of runners get stoned or like microdose because it helps you like get to that place in your mind faster.
Where are you at with mushrooms?
Love them.
See, that's where I think that's the next. That's where I'm going next.
Have you?
But I don't. Not in many years. But I don't even like. I want to do the right stuff. I want to try the microdosing that we've been talking about.
Yeah, there's tons of. Apparently, you just order it online.
Yeah,
a lot of people are just like, you just order it online, they ship it to you. Technically, it's illegal, but so are a lot of things.
Well, I've been shipping fluids and liquids in boxes for years. They ask me, "Is there any liquids in here?" I'm like, "Nope."
There's not many things that have been more impactful than psilocybin. Mushrooms tripping then I've only tripped, I would say, like maybe 6 or 7 times on mushrooms, which isn't a ton, but every time I felt like I just graduated Valencia Community College. Every time I walked out going like, yep, that's educational right there. I learned.
I definitely want to try that.
It has helped me in a lot of different ways. I don't know, it's very weird. It gets weird though. It gets wee-hoo.
Do you try to be in like a controlled environment?
I have concrete rules for my trips.
That's what I figured.
I am outside. I will not be indoors, or if I am, it's a movie theater and no one's in it. Like,
all right.
So
okay.
The pee-wee.
I might pee-wee out.
Leave me alone.
But
I just jack off in here.
I can do a movie theater because everyone's looking at the same screen. I can't do I don't like being in general public where someone may actually look at me, because if someone looks at me and I'm in that state, my first thought is they know. They know. They know.
What about purposefully doing it right before you really shouldn't? That's called the amazing Jonathan.
Elon. Do it before you go into the goddamn Oval Office.
Because then
I want to do that too. That's crazy.
It is a test to see if you can keep it together. Like you're like, hey, I'm gonna do this right before I really shouldn't, and then see if I could ride the lightning.
I kind of feel like you and I, again, not that we're airing out all of our grievances here or all of our dirty laundry, but I kind of feel like you and I were inching into that by accident when we were doing announcements for Orlando City Soccer, right?
Okay,
Am I wrong?
No. We can talk about it.
We would go, Statue of Liberty.
Ross is now doing this job.
Yeah, this is my job now. So what are you guys about to tell?
I'm looking really bad today.
And we're
but
talking
it's
about the in-game host for Orlando City.
Yeah. So we would go.
Which we never wanted to do.
I think they just offered it to us because we were the brand ambassadors and we were working with the marketing department and we did a lot of work. I mean, and we loved it. Don't get me wrong, loved it.
When they first, I'll be honest. I didn't love it. This is I'm terrified of speaking in front of people, and then plus the fact you add the echo to it, and then you're giving me a job that I despise. I got so nervous. Because I was like,
his titties would sweat. Am I wrong? I'm not lying. There's a picture of him. He's fat.
He's got two,
but he's in good shape now.
Two sweat-stained eyelashes,
and right under his titties, he has an eyelash. Right under his titties because he's so nervous.
Oh no!
Well, it's hot. It's goddamn hot as fuck.
And then you're on camera.
Yeah.
Undershirt.
And I had a jersey, so I just wear my jersey. My titties are sweating too, but you can't see it.
We'd also have to memorize paragraphs of fucking lines.
Yeah,
of
you
like,
do this.
Yeah,
but guess who's a goddamn actor, writer? Like we're just a dumb radio dorks.
They give us pieces of paper now.
You can read off paper.
Yeah, we read.
Hold on,
I had to memorize it. I don't even know if they told us that. I just thought.
Paper.
I just knew. I was like, I see the TV.
No, we never got paper. Oh man, we never got paper.
I would write it sometimes on my hand, like the American Airlines.
It was JetBlue, motherfucker.
I don't know.
Oh my god, it was Disney and JetBlue. It scarred me. It scarred me. Like I will tell you, the stuff we did for Orlando City, whether hosting the awards or doing the in-game, is the single hardest job. Over radio, over working on the monsters, even when I was upset there, like it was the single hardest thing to do is what you do now. And those in-game and then hosting with that many people watching you is the hardest thing we've ever had to do, by far.
You were talking about you don't like when people look at you. One thing that I just absolutely, when I got the gig, I was so excited and so happy is because they didn't feel like people looking at me because they felt I was always in the stands this whole time. So, like, I feel like one of them, and they feel like one of me. So
No, you're perfect for it.
No, you're perfect
dude,
for it.
It is a dream come true being able to cross entertainment and my favorite sport of soccer.
Well, we would go.
When they called us, they were like, "You guys want to do this again?" Or I don't even know. We're like, "Hell no!" And they're like, "Do you know anybody who's good?" I'm like, "Ross Pesce."
Yeah.
Daniels. Like Ross.
You guys like, I got your guy.
And then Sabrina got asked the same thing, and
Yeah.
Sabrina was like, "I know a guy," and then all of a sudden, bang, bang, boom, boom, pow.
Yeah,
I'm holding a mic for Orlando City.
But we used to go to.
But you were showing up twisted.
Okay, so we. Hold on. Let's speak.
I was on an edible one time.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why I took it. I was
wasn't
like,
it an accident? Didn't you have it in your pocket or something? And then you like.
Well, you could call it an accident if an accident is 2 hours before. I'm like, I'm gonna eat this. and then I immediately I was like, oh, I should throw that up. I'm like, nah, I'll be cool.
I'll be fine. Needless to say,
and then I'm like,
I did a lot more announcing that game.
And then I'm like, if I drink enough, it'll dull it. And I'm like, oh, now I'm drunk.
So we would go to Stonewall
and
Bar.
my titties are sweating.
I know Stonewall.
And we would go to the back patio, and then we became a regular with the bartender at the Outback patio. So we would just sit out there, and they'd have the Mr. fans on, and we'd just hide in Stonewall, and we would hammer Coors Lights. I'm like, Kakoom, go.
We're like, one more. We can handle it.
No bullshit. I bet you the most, I think I did announcements on 8 beers one time. On 8 beers.
One time I froze. You didn't know how to save me.
I did. Oh, I forgot about that. You did.
I froze.
I was just like,
you know what he did? He froze, and he was like, "Oh, are my titties sweating?
Do I have the eyelash things going on?"
Yeah. Luckily, Daniel kicked in, and I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then I'm like, "I wonder if they saw me freeze." And then I looked over, and all the people with the headphones, they saw me.
They're like, "He froze."
I'm so curious about about relationships with alcohol, because I know that you guys have had a Lord of the Rings trilogy experience with booze and alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
What was...
One ring to rule them all.
So first question is, what was the last time you guys had a beer? And then the second question
night.
is... last night?
Well, it was my birthday, so...
Yeah. Hell yeah. And?
It was over the weekend. I've been trying to stick to the weekends only.
And then what was it like going from that volume of drinking to this volume of drinking while doing this job? You're basically, coming to grips with something that you're like, yeah, I got to work on that, with a microphone in front of your face the whole time.
You just drink through it.
You just lie.
Well,
you say that you don't do it, then you do it.
My alcohol.
Hide it from your family.
My alcoholism would tell me you're better when you're hungover. Like, that's when the true comedy comes out.
I mean,
when you're hungover, feel like shit.
There is a fucked up trick to
in.
that where there are times when you can come in here, and I'm not going to say you're better because you never are.
Yeah.
But I can say you can I'll never say that. You're not better, and you never will be. But what the hangover does give you is I don't give a fuck, and that there's a beautifulness in the I don't give a fuck attitude, which almost becomes a yes and in the improv world. Like the I don't give a fuck almost becomes like you become like the guy that, unfortunately, this is a bad analogy, but a good one. The guy that's drunk and crashes his car into a tree and flies out his windshield and doesn't get hurt because he's so fucking relaxed when he's flying through the air that he lives through it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that's an accurate analogy
to it where it relaxes you, but you're never better. That's a lie. You're never better drunk.
And then, this is a bummer to talk about, so we'll get over it. But Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson did tell me one day, he was like, man, he's like, when you get older, you don't feel the same when you like the alcohol is different in your body.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so it's not the same. It's like you hit a certain point where your body doesn't process the alcohol as well, or you don't even get drunk like you want to. It's just over, and it's like, and I'm like, weird. I remember him telling, like, I was like, is that right?
Well, for Bubba,
and then it is. It's
and
like
we've talked about this before, and anybody that's in recovery, I think it's referred to as the hedonic threshold, where you are. There's that serotonin that alcohol gives you is an artificial. You're getting too quick. You get there too fast, and then so it just takes more and more and more, and then eventually you kind of gas out and it doesn't even work anymore.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying.
And I think he was there. I mean, obviously he was, because we all know he had struggles with even harder things. So,
but I've heard that from a lot of people in their 50s, 60s. It's just like I don't, I can't.
It's not the same experience.
Yeah.
So, one thing that I've been keeping an eye on since I've become a dad is alcohol consumption, and then I'm coming to grips with like I've known this for years. I don't even know if I've ever said this into a microphone, but 99% of the times I have done stand-up comedy, there is alcohol in my system.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did this show like that for the first Fridays. How many Fridays did we do?
Not years.
Yeah, it was years. Not drunk. I would get eventually there, maybe a little buzz, or have some beers. But yeah, I felt like I needed to do it.
Maybe this might make you feel uncomfortable, because God knows our dog Jim loves all three of us. At least, at the very least, he walks that talk. I don't know if he talks that talk, but I know I feel comfortable saying that.
Yeah.
I remember one time Jim looked at me and I was talking to him about just those days when all of you guys were jamming. And he looked at me dead ass. One of the most serious times I've ever seen him, and he said the funniest person in the entire world is 2 beers and Daniel.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
And he was just.
Well, I started pulling my dick out.
Yeah.
I have a funny dick. It's disgusting.
But I just remember
because 3 beers, Daniel, will delete your ass.
Yeah. I'll fucking come for your Smurfs.
But it's weird.
Yeah, winter is coming.
It's weird coming with the concrete fact of like I enjoy having a beer, either right before or during stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
and that's.
I'm about to do another stop,
and I don't know how much I like. Should I be okay with that? Should I demonize myself for that? Or
I think lots of comics do this, and I think lots of comics that don't drink in their normal life do this on stage still. In fact, I saw Ricky Gervais. I don't know, Ricky Gervais like drinks a lot in his normal life. I bet at his age he probably doesn't, but he was still drinking on stage. Like he would open a beer, and it looked like he'd been doing it for so long that he has to do it.
Felt like he needed
because
to
he
do
falls into this performance mode.
I would go ahead and start inching close, or maybe I just need to come out and say, like, I'm in that area. There's just a beer. Corona with a lime when you show up to a show. Gets me. I'm ready to destroy this.
Well, now it's become a workflow, which is the dangerous part.
Habit.
Yeah.
It's part of the routine.
I feel that 100%. I had to break that here, and it was damn near impossible.
Really?
To do it.
Yeah. I'm scared of it.
No,
because
and then I would even tell
you. You would see me. I would tell you. I'd be like, I feel better editing when I have a couple beers. Like, I'm a better editor when I have a couple beers.
Yeah.
I mean, is that true?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
You know,
but there is a feeling there that.
Listen, you can have as many beers as you want, but I don't care.
No, I'm thinking about doing another. I stopped for 340 days, like a couple of years ago or a year and a half ago. And I'm thinking about doing another big stop, like just I don't know, just a challenge.
Just like a heat check. It's another heat check.
I don't know.
Let me make sure I got all of this under
wraps.
wraps.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Stop drinking poison.
So Ross, what? I know you said you didn't have any plans for this Father's Day, but do you think your wife does? You think
that's another thing?
It's your first Father's Day. You got to do something.
What are the social rules on this little dance that I think a lot of first-time dads do with their wife? Do I go like, hey, so Sunday,
She knows.
She has to,
I would imagine she's got something planned.
But we haven't talked about it. We haven't talked about a plan.
Now, for her first Mother's Day, did you do something?
So, first Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
First half, they had me in the first half. I was down. Dropped the ball a couple times, fumbled. They went up 14. By they, I mean life. Life was whooping my ass.
This sounds really bad. He sounds like you a lot of the time when he goes to explain what he did.
The first half, they got us. They got us. I know.
It's 28-3.
Yeah, it's 28-3.
Stop with that.
Yes, he's a Falcons fan. It's 28-3. I had a tech rehearsal. I had a must-be 3-hour tech rehearsal for Fringe. And we just had it scheduled on the early morning of Mother's Day.
All right. Oh, that's very selfish.
Yeah.
Some would say that's up there with Smurf Village style selfish.
Some may say that's not, but
I don't know. It looks exactly the same as Smurf Village.
He's trying to make a living for his family.
I don't know. It sounds very Smurfy
I
to
think
me.
if you squint, it's
something
a little
Smurfs
different.
in here.
I hate tech
But then
rehearsals.
I came home. I took her to a farm, put her to work. No, I took her to a farm, and then we cut like our own sunflowers. It was out in Mount Dora. I forgot the name of the farm.
I've done that one. It's great. It's beautiful.
It was beautiful. We got a wine slushy.
Nice.
It was wonderful. And then I knew she was pissed. I knew when we got in the car and we were driving there, and the GPS on the screen said 38 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, that's a little bit longer than I thought.
I love when you could trick